Hello, fellow investors. Welcome to Nordic Finans. Today we're going to talk about how to trade with fake money, or paper trading as it is also called. We will show you what paper trading is, how you can do it. As an example, we will use the trading platform you see before you, Trading 212, and we will also cover some of the pros and cons with doing it. My name, as usual, is Lucas, and with me I have, of course,
Marcus.
and I really think this is going to be a great episode, so please stick around.
And remember to invest into the like button and deposit a subscribe. So fake trading or paper trading, what is it really all about? I've really not heard too much about, especially the concept of paper trading. I've heard a little bit about people, for instance using Etoro to trade without real money. But what is it really all about and how do you do it?
Yeah, so that's a great question to start. What is paper trading or what is fake trading? It's really easy. It's what it sounds like. You basically set up an account which works in every other manner as a normal stock brokerage account online, but it uses fake money. So for example, the account you see before you here it says practice account here, but here you can see I have a invest trading account, practice trading account, where I have 50,000 euros to start with, which I can invest in whatever I want to and use that as a way to practice, basically. So it follows the market and simulates the market in basically every other way, but I don't have to risk my own capital, so I can get experience without having to pay for it.
Yeah, for instance, you can use the 50,000 euros deposited into that account and just imagine that it would be your own.
Exactly.
So I can definitely see the benefit in that. I wish I actually had started paper trading before actually trading. I guess we would recommend everyone to actually start out using one of these platforms such as Trading 212 or eToro or any other similar to try out this before they actually do a real deposit and actually invest real money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually started out this way, believe it or not. I perhaps haven't told you this, but I got eToro back in March, and I am really happy I did, because I initially lost quite a lot of money because I thought I could try this whole day trading thing. And of course you can do that if you're really good at it. It's not anything I ever recommend. If you ever want to try day trading, you should really do it this way first. And I lost 20 or 30,000 on
Ouch.
on a 100k account in 2-3 months. But then when I switched to the approach that we recommend here, and because it's been quite a good year to be a value investor, I actually gained it back quite quickly. So I'm at 120 or 130 now at that account. Of course, it's like the stock market is at an all-time high, and I bought some Tesla early on and things like that for the fake money, but still. So it was a really good experience to gain a little bit of self-confidence and to avoid the usual traps, the most obvious traps where you can lose a lot of money.
Which everyone does in the beginning. I think we have mentioned in the earlier videos that usually when you start out, there's a lot of cost almost associated with starting out, and you can probably avoid a lot of those by just using this fake money instead, or doing paper trades, especially if you are going to do short position trades and try day trading or something like that. Then I would certainly recommend using something like Trading 212.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you already show how to set up the account and register?
No, I did not. So let's jump to that next. We'll show you how to set it up, and it's going to be as easy at any if you choose Trading 212 or eToro. To set up the practice account is super easy, and then if you want to go over to a real account using real money, you're going to have to put in a bit more information plus your passport, so that's something you have to be aware of. But for a practice account, all you need is an email and the password you want to use. So you can just go to Trading 212. I'll show it here now for you, and now here you can already see my account, so it doesn't really work. Maybe if I wait, we'll see if I do it like this.
Should you perhaps log out first?
It might be that this works as well. Yeah, so open an account, practice, And then this is literally all you're going to have to fill in. Email and create password. And then you just click practice for free. And Trading 212 has a really great app as well. This is almost better on your phone, I would say. It's really easy to grasp. It was easier to understand, I thought, on the phone app than on the web page. So be aware of that as well.
Okay, so now that you have the account set up, how do you actually make a trade with this fake money?
So
how do you make your first paper trade?
Yeah, a great question. I think that's what we're gonna go to next. So here you can search for all of the different instruments. What they mean by that is like stocks, but also things like ETFs, index funds. I think you can find, like, let's check the S&P 500, for example, if that's here. Yeah, here you can see it. So you can literally, you don't have to just think that you're going to trade stocks. You can do like a sort of what we recommend on our channel and do like an index approach just to check that it works. But I like an index approach, you can just go ahead and get that started on as soon as possible, because the sooner you start, the better it's going to pay off in the end. So
yeah, you wouldn't be too happy with investing and see that you have earned a lot of fake money over a relative period of time.
Yeah, exactly. Here it's okay to be super risky and try all of the things you would kind of want to try in the real market, but you don't really want to risk your capital. Like, go ahead and try it here. It's better. Yeah. It's good for you.
But I do want to add one thing, though, that I thought of. One thing, and even if you're going to use the funds, what you could really do, say that you are a miner, for instance. I think that this is also a great place to start, in the sense that you can get experience even before you turn to an age that you can actually invest your own money. That was something we discussed beforehand. And that potentially you could even use to invest into index funds or something like that, to see how they would perform, and just sort of get inspired by that to an extent, I think.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's something I absolutely recommend as well. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. But there, for example, if you want to buy now a specific company, what I did with Etoro back in the day was I just started thinking of companies, big companies that I think that this will probably be in an even better position in 5 years' time. Once I switch to the value approach, and not just that, maybe I can flip this on a quick day and make a few bucks, because that didn't work out too well. So let's say Apple everyone knows Apple, so we'll take that. And then you can either add to watch list so that you keep track on it, or then you can buy it here in the left corner. This is even easier on the phone. Let us know in the comments if you want us to make a follow-up video where we show you how you can do this on your phone as well. Okay, so here you have the market. This is what the current market value is at. Here you can place limits and stops and stop limit. I'm not going to go too much into that now, since this is just like a brief video. As a beginner, you're going to be well off if you just decide that you're going to buy like a few number of shares, and then you're going to hold them for a while. If you want to get technical with it, this is not the video for it. You have to do a lot more research then. So here I can put in, say I want 10 shares. It's going to cost me 1,000 euros. Then I have 49,000 left. Buy Apple, market buy, commission free, send buy order. Boom.
Yeah. And there you got it.
Can try one more thing. I'm big on Chinese tech right now, especially Chinese AI tech, even though it's risky. Which we've talked about in the how you can invest into China, but should you really do it video.
Yeah. I mean, this is the great place to, for instance, invest into these risky Chinese stocks. You can try here and see how it goes.
But as you can see, it's fairly easy to do. So nothing. It's as soon as you've come this far, it should be really easy for you to figure out.
Yeah. How does your portfolio look like now that you have bought like 2 stocks?
Yeah, so that's a good question, because that wasn't as evident. So here, it's down here, open positions, and it's these 2.
Yep.
So yeah, so these I now already own. Sometimes, for example, if the market isn't open, it takes some time. If you want to see your whole portfolio, you should be able to do that as well. I think it's over here, actually. So here, these 3 dots. This was not ticked for me, so it's probably not for you guys either. So you have to tick this, and there you can see the portfolio, and then if you click the portfolio, then you get a nice representation, and there you see the total account value, and this is how much I've invested now, and this is how much I have left
in free funds. Yeah,
and there you can also reset account. I'm not sure if I can just do it like that. Yeah, okay, so you can just reset account. On Etoro, I think you have to pay if you want to do that, so that's good that you can just reset it whenever you want.
So maybe we would recommend Trading 212 if you want to try paper trading or...
Yeah, I would at least,
trading.
because I ran into the problem very quickly on Etoro that it didn't have that many options for smaller companies. Like anything that wasn't like massive, I couldn't find. For example, Dropbox doesn't exist on Etoro, or at least I can't find it. But here you can find most companies that aren't like super small. Tell me like a quite small company, Marcus.
Well, let's hit it with Upwork, for instance.
Upwork's here. Upwork's not, and Upwork's not on Etoro. You can find Fiverr, but not Upwork.
Yeah. How about Carrier?
Carrier Global, right?
Yeah. Okay, it can find a lot of things if you can find.
Yeah. So it's like the selection is really, it's nice.
Yeah, it seems to be a better representation of how it might be to actually trade if it has also smaller alternatives and not just like the very hyped ones.
Yeah. So in short, how to trade with fake money, it's really easy. You just set up an account at one platform which allows you to do it. You can Google all of the platforms. Two we can recommend is Trading 212 is the one I really recommend, and then also Etoro is a great place to get started. Then you should absolutely try and do this at first. You can get started with investing if you go safe at first. For example, index funds, which we usually recommend on this channel. But once you want to try and start picking individual stocks, I would absolutely recommend that you do this for at least a couple of months, preferably maybe even a whole year.
Or even more than that.
Yeah, for example, this year, everyone all over TikTok, YouTube, like all these people who have done so well. I've done well myself, but I know that it's not because I'm good. It's because this year, it's been so easy this year. You should really be careful because it's not going to be sustainable. So just keep that in mind. And, but that's what this allows, that you can try and... like you can get the experience without the risk, and that's great.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you are a new investor, I would certainly recommend this. And even if you have invested into index funds or something like that before, but want to start dabbling a little bit into stocks, use this maybe first before you actually jump into buying real stocks, because it will tell you might avoid a lot of like the initial hurdles just by doing it here and not losing any actual money if you mess something up.
Yes, absolutely. And another good thing is that you get comfortable with the platform you're using. So for example, if you're using Trading 212, once you decide that, I actually want to buy, for example, a few individual stocks which I have seen that perform consistently really well, you can just sort of upgrade, or you can sign up for the actual investing with real money part of the platform, and then you're already familiar with how everything works. So that's really great. That would have saved both of us a lot of pain in the beginning, I think.
So definitely learn from some of our mistakes.
Yeah. So I would absolutely recommend anyone really who's even a little bit, and especially also if you're under 18, as we said, this is a great way to get started because you don't have to be 18 to do this, since you don't have to put in your own money. So then you can get experience already beforehand, and you can get like a bit of a overview of what it's all about. So can't recommend this enough. I can't believe we haven't done a video before now on it. Yeah,
but I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, and I would really like to remind you that if you got any value out of today's episode, to leave a like and deposit a subscribe. It really helps us out. Also, please let us know any feedback, things you liked, didn't like. We really appreciate all of it. Dislike the video if you didn't like it. Maybe I talk too fast, I ramble too much. I tend to do that. Yeah. And one final thing, comment if you want to follow up, for example, other things you'd like to see us do. Anything in general, but also maybe specifically on Trading 212. Do you want to see more things on Trading 212, how to do different things here, or maybe on Etoro, maybe on Nordnet, more videos there. So let us know, what do you want to see more of in the comments
in the future. Yeah, sure.
So I guess with that, all that's left to say is happy investing.
Happy paper investing, guys.
Yeah, happy fake money investing.